if you like the channels, you can get suggestions, and we can interact on a live atmosphere there. So I'm not gonna lie, this is all new for me. I'm extremely introverted.
For both of us.
For both of us, we're, as you can see with the light, even the light doesn't want to stay on. So this is what we want. We want to show. We want to be honest. We want everybody to see specifically what we're dealing with and where we are. So I can say that our status point currently is broke. We have $10 in our business account currently.
10.
$10 is what we have in our business account currently because it's Christmas. People have families. Rent is too damn high, I hear.
Welcome to LA.
And we live in LA.
Oh.
So, with tax season and stuff coming soon, that $10 will certainly stretch into something else, and we'll definitely be having more movement because we do have some wonderful support with Pax Derry and Mario Hensley and other friends and family. Other friends and family who has also been helping and supporting us and making this vision come true.
Shout out to the fam.
So, we just want to say thank you for joining us. Again, we have a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to be covering just ideas. It's going to be our next episode. And hopefully we'll have a video game that we're playing as we're talking about it. So, just as a reminder, this is a show about us growing our business. This is us at nothing.
We should call it Let It Grow.
Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow.
Let it grow.
So that's pretty much it. This will be on a weekly basis. We're going to try to find the day that works best. We're trying to shoot for Mondays. If not, whatever day works. And it'll just be me and my partner here for now until something else happens and hopefully get an interview. So
nice.
Ideas is going to be what we cover in our next episode. And hopefully we'll have the Twitch platform going and working, and we can begin on that particular program as well. But until then, this is what it is for now.
Yep.
So I would like to thank you for joining us in our starting point. And do you have anything that you want to say or plug before?
No. See you when we see you.
Yes, and watch more podcasts.
What?
So hey everybody, I'm just I'm here to let you know that this is our first time ever doing anything like this. This is completely uncharted territory for us. We have no idea how to really do a show like this. There's nothing else like it. There's nobody that is pretty much documenting their progress as a company from nothing to whatever it becomes. So there's a lot of ideas that we had, unfortunately, after the program. So while our recording happened a couple days ago, we had ideas of what to shape the show into, which is why, unfortunately, I have to come in and record this a little bit later to explain those ideas. So essentially, we see. I'm a huge fan of YouTube, so I am absorbing essentially what my fellow colleagues in this, as Let's Players, vloggers, and so forth are doing, and I note that it's interesting how you can see their progression. So we wanted to take advantage of it. So we wanted to showcase where we are currently at completely the down zero, just two people with day jobs, attempting to break into the dream industry and just become business owners in the type of climate and with the type of standards that we're dealing with currently. So everything that you're seeing is essentially as real as we can make it. We are the theme of the show is going to be essentially transparency and growth. So we just wanted to present you with the honest truth of who we are and what we're trying to get into. So a lot of stuff is going to be boring. We do not have money for graphics. We have no music, and we could go and look for free license and stuff like that. But one of the principles that we agreed earlier on is, especially seeing the struggles that a lot of professional artists are having currently, a lot of people, especially people with money, businesses with money, take advantage of these people by offering them exposure, offering them pretty much everything but money that is the true thing that will keep them afloat and keep them doing their jobs as professionals. So one of the things that we decided, even though if we were broke, we didn't want to take advantage of anybody. We want our company to have the reputation of paying people fairly, finding not just some of the best minds, but people with the motivation to do good things. So we want to be a company of that has a more moral take, that does more with the community, does more with individuals and fans. We don't want to price gouge or anything like that. So there's a lot of stuff that we're trying to learn, and so we have placeholders throughout the whole entire show. You'll see basically title cards explaining things that we need and so forth and so forth. We did that so if we do get professional art or we do get fan art or anything like that, anything that becomes a permanent staple, everything will be credited. We're going to have our website crediting everybody who was a contributor in any and every way. We want them to be immortalized and essentially as the pillars that help us become successful, and we don't want them to be forgotten. So even from this point, anything that we use on a permanent basis, credit will be given until the end of time or until our unfortunate downfall. Tui, tui, tui. Let's not hope that happens. So we feel that as an independent game company that's breaking into the industry, we have to offer something to talent that most companies aren't, that our competition, or a huge bit of competition, hasn't been offering, which is essentially humanity. We want to make sure that everybody is paid properly. We want to make sure that in our contracts, independent contractors are treated right, they get health care and whatever that we can afford, because I don't know when it happened, but there has been a weird placement of value on things as opposed to people. I remember back in the day when I played video games, names were huge. The guy who did the art design, these names meant something. And now being that the main focus is on profit as opposed to the art, a lot has been taken away when it comes to garnering and gaining big names and names of importance and names that are valuable, making names valuable. So we want to essentially build a space in which, I'm not going to lie, we put ourselves in a little bit of debt with credit until we are able to pay anybody who contributes to our company on a permanent basis, even if we're small. So we want to be able to showcase the art, but we cannot, in good conscience, utilize things on an official capacity unless we know that the artists and the people who work with us, whether it be in music, whether it be for lower thirds or any small piece, if we want to utilize it for the company, we need to make sure that anybody who does business with us know that we are people who just want to do good, want to be good to our collaborators and our employees, and we want to be fair in making sure that they know that they come into an environment where they're well taken care of, they're treated with kindness. We have a totally comfortable yet creative background, and they're paid well and fairly. They have benefits. We don't look at our suit and our watches for value. I look at a Rolex, but I see that my people under me are suffering. I'm a bad leader. That would make me a terrible leader. And I gotta we have to hold ourselves accountable by making sure that these standards are crystal clear to the public, even at before we do anything. So we also feel that we want to take our time in building trust when it comes to with our audience. So we are going to take a little bit of time and mainly just talking about philosophies, our experiences, ourselves. we're not professionals in this field at any means. We're just people with ideas who feel that with the right people and right collaborators, we can do things at a top tier level, and do things that will basically be good for society at large. We want to bring entertainment that is it's just a little bit better than what we could do if we were just chasing profit. So we are a storytelling company. That is our main motivator. Our main thing is that we are going to be a company that deals with video games that tell high quality stories, a lot of depth. We want to do the best that we can to offer just some of the best storytelling that we can do. Eventually, we'll be able to cross over with our comic book line and have the two. Have all of the characters interact in ways that gives us a lot of variety. There's so much ways to tell a story via the interactive medium as opposed to the sequential art, and I think they work very well together, as we've seen with Comic Zone, and you'll see as you get to know us and our what we like a little bit more. So if anybody have ideas or anything that can help us move further as a company, we are going to put it all out there. Any money that we have personally, we will note that at the end. So at the end of every episode, once we get to the budget episode, which I believe will be 3 or 4, at the end of every episode, we will have an itemized list of the stuff that we have, the stuff that we need, and how much money that we have that is of our own, and any money that we accumulate through audience support or investors or anything else will also be noted at the end of the episode. We want this to be a teaching tutorial of whether we succeed or not. If we fail, then you can see how we failed and avoid these platfalls. If we succeed, you can see what we've done and take what you need to make your vision of what we're doing come true. I really just wanted this video to be 3 minutes explaining why there's going to be so much information coming up in title cards and why it's going to be as basic as possible. It's because we want to have an honest look at how we're trying to build and grow, and we're not going to try to gussy anything up falsely. So what we have is what you'll see. If we acquire everything, it will be known. We'll let you know whether it was acquired through a sponsorship, whether we did the research and found items that work best with our company, how we find people, how we hire people. Everything that we do to make this company happen will be done in front of a camera. So I hope anybody else who sees this can learn from it, and which is the point. And hopefully we'll get big enough that we'll be able to do a show in which we can help other entrepreneurs by being their research department. That would be the name of the show, in which we would have the resources and the people to do the research for free. All we have to do, all we're asking for, is the person who we're doing the research for is just allow us to share the story and the struggles and stuff like that, and just make content out of that. So we're basically making content out of our poverty, our struggles, out of the fact that we don't have anything. And if we are able to move along and overcome this, we see that as a roadmap and just a bridge to help others also find their way. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy what we're trying to do. This is fairly new and experimental, so please don't judge too harshly. But we're not afraid of anybody being critical or telling us whether we're doing right or wrong. We want to succeed, so we're open to any and all thoughts out there. And the ones that actually moves us forward will also be immortalized, and you will be thanked forever. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Thank you.